Today we're gonna share a few things you must know about before moving to Paraguay.
The first thing that you must know about before moving to Paraguay is that you're not gonna come here without proper preparation. And we talked about this already before, Bianca. And proper preparation is everything. If you come here during Christmas, bring your Christmas hats. It's really important that you have that. You want to blend in. Anyway, leaving fun aside, when you come to Paraguay, you have to know that Paraguay is a different country than what you're used to back home. Now, how do you shorten that learning curve? How do you go from not knowing anything about a country to knowing a lot? Well, one of the good news is that you can use this platform, you can use our channel for informational purposes. You can check out our videos. We have done now, I think, close to 40 videos on Paraguay that you can watch for free to educate yourself about the cultural norms in the country, the weather, how to relocate to Paraguay, and a lot more topics as well. So whenever you go to a new country, Bianca, and let's say Bianca wants to go to Spain. She's Paraguayan, but she wants to visit Spain because she is impressed by Spain. And Bianca has a couple of friends who have been to Spain, and she's talking to these people, these friend girls, and they're telling her, well, this is something you should be aware of before moving to Spain. So anyway, the point I'm trying to make is that whenever you move to a new country, or even if you just come here on a visit, you want to talk to people who have been here. You can talk to locals, you can talk to foreigners, you can watch our videos. It's important that you inform yourself about the country, and we're talking about the full spectrum of things here. Like we said, the cultural norms, another big component which we haven't really touched on the previous video that we've been recording together, is the weather. Like if you come here in like winter, technically speaking, this is our winter. In North America and Europe, this is our winter, but here it's not winter, it's summer. It's sizzling hot, right? And so when you come here, you want to make sure that your suitcase is packed to suit the weather here. You don't want to be showing up with a coat and boots. You don't need that here. You know, depending on what you want to do. If you come for work, then it's different, right? You want to bring nice clothing, but you're not going to need winter clothes when you come here, say in November or December. It's going to be hot. So depending on what you're trying to achieve, you know, you want to pack appropriately. So that's a big point, Bianca, that people should prepare themselves. Another thing that I recommend is that the neighborhoods, because that's a big point in any country you're moving to, in any city. Like the neighborhoods are really important. For a person coming here for the first time, the question is, what do you want to have in your, you know, like within walking distance? Do you want to have shops nearby? Do you want to be right next to a mall? Or do you want to be in a neighborhood where there are more foreigners? If that's the case, then that really limits your choices in many places, including Asuncion. So if that's the case, I think a good neighborhood would be this one where we're recording the video right now. Recoleta is a good neighborhood. You know, you got a big shopping mall here. There's lots of foreigners here, lots of people from Argentina, Brazil. And another place would be, you know, this is part of Villa Mora, right? So, but there are also other cities, you know, where you can find these conveniences, if you will, where you're like around, you know, foreigners, where you're around like a mall. Now, if you want that, fantastic. If you want to live a more rural experience, if you want to live what we probably call the real Paraguay, then you probably don't have few options. You have plenty of options then.
How to prepare for obtaining Paraguay residency?
A great question that we're being asked literally every week and sometimes multiple times a day. Now, to obtain residency in Paraguay, there are certain things, documents that you have to secure in your home country before you leave your home country. For a number of reasons, it's usually the easiest way to do it. Let me give an example. If you want to get temporary residency here, you need to get a criminal record certificate done. A lot of the times, depending on what country you're from, you can only get this done in your home country, which means that if you're abroad, you know, maybe you can find an agency that can help you with that, but oftentimes you actually may not be able to do that. Let me give an example. For some people, like for instance, an American needs to get FBI clearance. That takes time. You know, this is not like an overnight thing. It takes time to get these documents done. So for instance, we have clients that are in Mexico, you know, they're Canadian, and what they do is they often go back home to get these documents, or they work with us and we help them get these documents. Now, for other people, let's say you have an EU passport, there's a good chance that you can actually get a lot of these documents by just applying at the consulate in the country where you're currently located. Let's say you are located in Mexico. Okay, great. Let's say you're a citizen of Austria, Spain. Great. Go to your consulate and ask if they can process the documents for you so you don't have to fly back home to get the documents. For instance, the criminal record certificate. If you can avoid going back home, do that, because it's going to save you a lot of money. And the best thing you can do to save the most time possible is for you to inform yourself about all the documents that you need before leaving your home country. And what I also recommend is that you work with a qualified relocation agency like us, because what we do is we make sure that the documents are perfect before you leave. You know, there have been stories of people that left their home country, they moved to Paraguay, thought they had all their documents ready, just to figure out that that was not the case. And so if you're missing just one document, that's not good, because you might have to redo the whole process. And so we're here to avoid this dilemma for people. We're here to make sure that people have everything ready before they come to Paraguay, before they move to Paraguay. So do that, work with a qualified agent, and I'd be crazy to recommend you anyone but us. So you want to come work with us, you can check out our website. It's nomadelites.com. Go to the website, subscribe to our newsletter, and you can send me any questions that you have by email. And like I said, before you leave your home country, we make sure that you have all documents, that they are legally verified, and that you have everything that you need before you move to Paraguay.